welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hey, how you doing? My name is Ash. I am a makeup artist, book lover, Grinch lover, and today's video is all about this Grinch inspired liner. So this look is not an original concept of mine. I did find this on Pinterest, and the photo that I found, I cannot find the original creator, so if somebody sees this photo and they know who it is, please let me know, or if you know who created this liner first, also let me know. I like to give credit where credit is due, and I feel bad that I can't find the information. Whoever did this look is gorgeous, okay? It's a gorgeous look. I opted to do green instead of red all over because I've been doing a ton of red looks, and I really just wanted to play with green. So I don't want to ramble too much. Let's just get started with the video. Alright, so I'm going to start by priming my eyes with my Anastasia primer. I will also use this to cut my crease. So I'm not going to put like a ton down because I'm focusing like the shadow like higher up. The inspo picture that I'm using is a red cut crease. I want to do a green cut crease because I want to feel very like Grinchy, obviously. For the shadow, I'm going to be using the Blend Bunny Blends palette. I'm going to just focus on the green shades up top. I'm going to start with a small pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Luxe right here. So I'm going to focus this, like I'm going to stamp where I want the darkest shade to be, and I just want to give like the general shape. Should I be zoomed in a little more? Maybe. Alright, shape doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to be, like I said, cutting the crease. I'm going to be blending out this green. Cut creases are not something that I am very skilled at, if I'm being completely honest. It's also gotten to be a little bit harder for me to do cut creases as I've gotten older because my eye shape has changed. With an even smaller brush, I'm going to go in with this black shade Nevermore. I'm just going to give a little bit of deepness to that because I want the green to be like start really dark and get gradually lighter. So just going to lightly, right at the bottom, blend that black into that dark green. Just kind of follow it like the general shape that I want. So I'm going to go in with my other brush and go back into that Luxe shade. I'm going to start blending on top of that black again. I'm just going to slowly start blending all this in together just to make it as smooth and seamless as possible before I go in with the lighter green shade. Going in now with a slightly bigger pencil brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Remedy. And I might also dip a little into Inside Joke just to lighten it up towards my brow bone. I'm going to focus mainly on Remedy right now. Just a very little bit on my brush, and I'm going to just start right at the edge. Just really start buffing that into that darker green. And already it's looking so much better. I might not even need the Inside Joke shade at all. Oh yes, this is just pulling it all together. This is exactly how I imagined it looking. Now let's just hope I don't screw up the liner like I did with the gingerbread. I want to try to cut my crease with this. I usually just go in with my Anastasia primer, but I want a clean line. And the Anastasia one kind of doesn't give a clean line. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the micellar water, and I'm just following my eye socket because that is what I like to do. And I'll probably take it up a little further because my eyes are slightly hooded. So I like to really make sure that you can see like the line. Now I'll really make this nice and crisp once I get the primer back down on my lid. That's what that looks like. I'm going to repeat this on the other eye and hopefully not mess that up completely. Alright, it's probably as even as it's going to be. I have a little bit of too much darkness. I'm going to just take my sponge, kind of dab off the lid. I'm going to go in with a flat brush with the Anastasia eye primer, and I'm going to use that to really carve this out. I'm just gonna start with a little bit and really just focus following that line. Sorry, I need so much concentration when doing this. I really want this makeup to look good. Pretty much done, looking as even as possible. I'm really loving the blend on this, so I'm going to hop into a shimmer, which is going to be the highlight that I have on my face right now. This is Beauty's Dendro Highlighter. It's a beautiful green shade. I'm going to flip over to a Beauty brush, and I'm going to just really pack this on all over the lid. I absolutely love this highlighter. I'm going to take it all the way up to the line and just use that Anastasia base as something to help the shimmer grip to it. I don't know if my camera's picking it up, just how beautiful this shimmer is. I love it. I love it on my nose. You can really see it on the nose, but it is beautiful. I do have a code with Beauty if you want to use it to save some money. I believe it's artistryxashh, but it'll be listed down below if you're interested in that. I do have a tip for cut creases. If you struggle with them and you're just like the line isn't looking neat, like my line isn't the neatest, it's whatever, I can deal with that. Take a glitter liner and follow that, cut it with glitter, and it looks amazing. So now the struggle is gonna be the liner. So it starts with the Grinch's arm, the red arm, to the white cuff, to the green hand holding the ornament. You would think that out of all, like these are all of my eyeliners, you would think that I would have a red liquid liner, but no. So I'm going to be stuck with using water activated. This is the Elli Beauty Obsidian palette. I'm going to start with this red. And what I'm going to do is really slowly build this up on my lid, and then I'll probably just in between like dry it with my fan just so it doesn't smudge. I'm also using the Elli Beauty and Anna's Artistry brushes because they are just wonderful. And I'm going to work on doing this liner before I do anything on my lower lash line, because if I mess up the liner, it should be easy to fix that. Slowly going to build this up. Okay, so the arm goes out to like not too far, maybe like halfway. I think that's a good sort of length for the arm. I'm going to try and repeat this on this eye. Alright, so red is on, so now I'm going to just clean off that brush. I'm going to use that same one for the white shade in here. I would lift it up, but I have water all on it and I don't want it to spill on my computer that is currently running, so I have a constant look at my reference photo. So I'm trying to do the little cuff, just a little bit of a swirly line. I think something that will help pull this look together is it is outlined in black. So I think once I do that, it will look much better. The white will probably look better once the green is on. So I'm gonna flip to the other side of this brush and use the 5mm one. So I'm gonna go with the Elli Beauty You Are Seen palette also. So maybe I'll mix like these two shades. Alright, so starting, so it's like a curve. This is so hard to do. So I'm kind of making like the little fingers, and the hardest one is going to be like the thumb point, so it's like that. Got the general shape done, so I'm just going to fill that in. Not horrible. I'm going to pause. I'm going to try to do this on this eye, then I'll be back to fill it in with black and do the ornament. Here's the situation. I got this side done. It doesn't look like horrible, but the hand is a little deformed, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing on this eye and share what I did. So I went in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Inks Liner in 0, and I just started by tracing the top of the arm, the bottom of the arm. I also did a very tiny line following my lash line. Alright, so going around the collar, not really the collar, but you know, the cuff, that's what I'm trying to say. So you want a flat line by the hand, and then kind of like a zigzag, not zigzag, but like make it look cartoonish. Alright, so tracing the hand, I am starting with like the thumb and the pointer finger, which is supposed to be that one and that one. So this kind of curves like so. And then going back and just lightly on the edges, just feathering it out, because the Grinch is, you know, hairy, just like that. And from here, I'm going to draw a line straight down, try to make it as even as possible. Then I'm going in just with a red liner. This is from ColourPop, the Cherry Pie one. And I'm going to start making the ornament. That one might be a little bit bigger, whatever. This is my good side. Now you're going to go back in with the black liner and you're going to make the top of the ornament fill in, and then you're going to trace the circle around the ornament. because I want a little shimmer, I'm going to go in with this. It shows orange, but I promise you it's like a red with a shift. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on a small brush and just fill that in. So now take a step back, assess how bad it is. My husband tells me you can tell it's the Grinch. To be determined. Alright, so switching gears, I'm going to work on my lower lash line. I'm going to work with the same Luxe and Remedy shade. I'm going to start with Luxe. I'm just going to start by buffing that on my lash line, lower lash line, whatever. And go in with Remedy, just right over top of that. Now I'm going to go in with a black eyeliner, and I'm going to use this in my waterline and tight line. This is the KVD Beauty Tattoo Liner, whatever you want to call it. Going back in with that brush that had Luxe and just making sure that this is all blended. Since some of the black blended down, just make it as smoky as I can make it. I'm also going to go back in with that highlighter, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner, just a little bit on my finger. I'm also going to take a little bit of this and from this, like tap it on my lower lash line, because it looks insane over green shadow. Alright, so this is the gist of it. It's growing on me, but is it perfect? No. No, it is not. But I am going to now figure out what sort of lash I want to do. I pulled out half lashes, but I don't think I want to do a half lash. So I'm going to figure out my lash and my lip situation, and I'll be back to wrap up this video. Alright, so here is the finished look. I will be honest, I pulled it together. We can ignore how bad like the right side looks, but like the left side and like from far away looks good. And we're also going to ignore that one ornament is bigger than the other because I do not know how to make things match. But I really love how this actually looks. I feel like I could have done a better job, but I am still learning every day when I do my makeup. So maybe by this time next year I would be able to perfect this. But I'm happy I did it. I really love it, and I hope you guys like it too. All my makeup details will be listed down below. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'm putting out videos every day this month practically. I think I'm just gonna miss a couple at the end of the month, but yeah, I'm doing 25 days of Christmas. I have a giveaway up on my TikTok that ends on December 17th, so make sure you head over there, check that out. And yeah, I want to just thank you all for watching. If you want, you can keep up with me on my other socials. I'm artistryxashh everywhere. And if you like book content, I am devouring bookishly on TikTok and Instagram. I don't post as often over there, but I'm trying to get into a better habit of that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye! I think that my Christmas has died.